Are you struggling with striking too much ground before the ball or topping shots, not getting that contact, the crisp contact that we're really looking for? If so, stay tuned for some of the best strike exercises. Welcome back to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, today at Branston Golf and Country Club. Today's video is all going to be about contact. It's all going to be about the strike. So we're talking about getting that ball turf contact. Some people might refer to it as compressing the golf ball that we're really looking for. So this video is all really to do with irons. I'm going to be focusing on a mid iron, but it'll be relevant with any iron that we're talking about here, and even into your hybrids and things. Anything we're really hitting off the turf, hitting a little bit more downwards with, not so much talking about the driver. So I've got a couple of exercises. It's a question I get asked a lot, and I just want to share with you a couple of range exercises or practice area. Something where you can get off turf is even better, but I'm going to talk you through some different ways that you could practice it to get that ball turf contact that we're really looking for. One of the most simple is perhaps just etching a line in the grass. Now, you could spray paint a line, you could get some foot spray and it would make a line that would stay there for a little bit. You could even, if you can jump into the practice bunker at your golf club, draw a line in the sand, start with the club on that line and just get used to contact point. Are you hitting that line forwards? If you can get somewhere off turf, a practice area, you could just simply etch a little line in the ground there with your golf club. Just enough so you can see that you flatten the grass to make a line that you can see. Now the idea would just initially be, can you make golf swings getting the low point of the golf club starting at that line, which would effectively be the back of the golf ball going forwards. So we want to hit that line forwards. What we don't want to do is hit too far back behind the line or miss the line altogether. Once you've done some getting used to that contact point with no golf ball, put the ball there. If you really struggle with it, maybe start with half swings, build it up into 3/4, into full. So don't feel like you have to go straight into it with a full swing, but can we get that contact point? That was absolutely spot on my line, and then build up the swing, you know, maybe to halfway. And again, I'm getting that contact point every time on my line here. I'm not going to do too many because I don't want to dig up this tee box, but really just getting used to that strike point being back of the golf ball. Once you've done some practice swings and into full pace, put the golf ball there. So my golf ball is at the back of the line. I've etched in the ground. And we're just going to look at strike location. So we're going to be hitting a full 7-iron. So we're going to hit one. And just looking at contact point. So that strike felt great. I've hit the ball. There's, I don't know, about a 1/2 inch gap there from my line to the divot point, and then the divot going forward. So I definitely hit down on the golf ball, definitely got the divot after impact, which means my hands are leading the golf club, my pressure's onto my left side. I'm not going to go too much into how in this video. I've done lots of videos about applying pressure to your lead leg on the downswing, and I will put some links just up here that are worth checking out where we're going into a bit more detail of how. What I want to cover in this video is just some exercises. I would find that if I gave a golfer some drills and some exercises to do and said, this is the result you're looking for, these are the results you don't want, if you like, they would start to improve contact without even really worrying about the golf swing or how they're achieving it. They're just starting to get contact point. So line on the ground, line in the sand, fantastic. Really good drills to work on contact point, strike location. You could even use, and I'm a big fan of this as well, using an impact board. So this is something we would hit some shots off to look at the lie angle of the golf club, but it's just a perspex board that's not going to break if I hit it. Now, if you haven't got access to this, but any driving range and golf club has got a load of these, I'm sure they'll let you borrow one to take to the practice area or the driving range. If not, maybe we're just putting a towel down just behind the golf ball. And what I would do here, and this is a tough drill, this is a hard one, is I would leave myself about a club head's width. Come just a little bit forwards there. So I'd leave myself about a club head's width from the ball to the board or the towel that was on the ground here, quite flat to the ground. And what we're simply trying to get is missing the board, striking the ball and the turf. If I strike too far back, I'm going to hear that sound of the board, or the club's going to grab into the towel. And of course, if I miss it altogether, I know it's more of a topped or a thinned contact. We really want the middle of the ball striking around the 5th groove up in the golf club. And I see a lot of contact points where the ball's striking closer to the 2nd groove. So players just hitting it too low out of the golf club. And that can be from a number of reasons. So again, I'm not going to go too far into it. But this contact exercise is really good to get that. Now we could start with some small swings where we just get the club into the delivery position. A small pump movement, as you know, I'm a fan of this exercise. Small pump movement, and then just trying to hit one from there, getting that ball turf contact, and then we can build up into full swings. So in a full swing, I might well clip the edge of this board, but clipping the edge is very different to striking back, and you'll hear the difference if I got that. So again, can I make a full swing here? I'm not trying to compensate in any way. I'm just trying to get my setup feeling where it normally be, about 55–60% of my weight favoring my lead leg at setup. Ball position is normal. I'm not trying to compensate. Normal full swing. And I got, very similar to the last one, I missed the board, I hit the ball, and I took a divot. So I'm getting a descending blow, I'm getting the ball, then the turf, which is exactly what we're trying to get. What I'm trying to reduce here is heavy, fat contacts where we hit the ground first, or topped or thin strikes where we're hitting the bottom of the golf club, or because we're not actually hitting down, getting that turf. So anytime you can look at strike location with a line, whether that line is on the ground, whether that line's just in the sand, and getting used to strike location, or doing an exercise with an impact board or a towel, they're really going to improve your contact point that we're really looking for there. If you can start to get that ball turf strike, we're not giving up on that distance at all, and we start to get the flight that we're really looking for. I know those exercises are really going to help you if you can give them a go. If you did enjoy the contact video, if it has helped, make sure you hit the thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel for all the other content every Tuesday and Thursday, as well as some Saturday specials.